In this tutorial I'm going to present to you how to book a class on WaSeala. I'm also going to try and explain some of the features that might be helpful in searching for teachers. We're going to use this sample group account to book classes for 2 students for the parent shown here. As you can see, this account has 2 student accounts under the parent main account. Let's check the account details for Adam Nadeem by pressing Student Profile. The field we are interested in is the date of birth. As you can see, Adam is around 11 years old at the time of this tutorial. Let's go back to the parent profile page and check Aya's account details. Aya is around 7 years old. Let's start to book classes for Adam. The first step to book a class is to find a teacher. WaSeala provide users the option to list all teacher or to search teachers by first or last name. This can be useful if the parent is looking for a specific teacher or if he wants to view all teachers' profiles without any restrictions. But teachers provide classes based on some criteria they set for themselves, which includes gender and age. Some teachers prefer to teach students of certain age and/or gender. For example, let's check if teacher Rana Omar has any restrictions. Clicking on her name will direct us to her profile page. As we can see, there is a red rectangle that says teacher doesn't offer courses to this student age range. That is because the maximum male age set by this teacher is 8 years old. Let's now go back to the parent profile page to try other options. Let's again try to book a class for Adam. This time we will try to search for teacher by course. The courses that matches this student age will be available in the course list. Pressing search will list all the teachers that teach this course and have criteria that matches the student age and gender. Let's now check Rana Ali's profile. As you can see, there is no red warning rectangle here, which means we can book classes for Adam offered by this teacher. Let's go back to the parent profile page to try explore other features. This time we are going to book a class for Aya. There is a search by time option where you can select the exact time you are looking for classes. This is very restrictive search that can be used to see if there are teachers offering a specific course at a specific time. Let's now go back to search by course and find the teachers offering classes for Aya's age range. The search results in 3 teachers. We are going to select the second teacher, Rana Omar. As you can see, the teacher profile page also lists the courses offered by this teacher. One of the courses is Quran for Kids, which was the course used in the search in the previous step. Now, let's book a class. Press Book a Class from the teacher profile page. This will direct you to the teacher booking calendar. As you can see, each slot in the calendar has a color that indicates the state of this slot. Each time slot is half an hour, which is the duration of a WaSeala class. White slots are classes available for booking. Green slots means the teacher doesn't offer classes at this time of the day. Red slots means the class is already booked by a student. Gray slot means the class was available previously but was not booked. As the time for booking this slot has passed, we can't book it anymore. Let's scroll down to see what is available for this teacher. As you can see, the teacher has available slots which can be booked every day from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Let's check the class availability for last week. As can be seen, the same period that is available this week is grayed out last week because the time has already passed for booking classes for these slots. Let's now go to the available classes and book our first class. Pressing on an available slot will pop up a selection menu that indicates the time of start of the class. Class duration starts from half an hour. There is also an option to repeat the class if needed. After pressing Reserve Class, the slot will be displayed in orange, meaning that it is in a pending state. Let's try to book another class the next day. This time we will try to book a 1-hour class. As can be seen now, 2 more slots are colored in orange. Let's check how the calendar look like next week. As can be seen, there is no classes pending or booked for this teacher in the next week. Let's return back to the current week and book another class. This time we want the class to be repeated for 3 weeks. Now as you can see, another slot is now marked in orange. Let's check the following weeks. As can be seen, the class is in pending state for the next 2 weeks as expected. Next step is to confirm our class's booking by checking out. Go to the card icon in the header and you'll see all the pending classes listed. Also notice the time beside the card. This is a countdown of 30 minutes. If the classes are not confirmed before the timer expires, it will be removed from the card automatically. Now, let's check out our reservations. As can be seen, our available credit is $7 and no credit is applied. This is because we don't have enough credit to pay for all the classes that we have pending. Let's check the next page. This lists all the pending classes. The third page is the complete transaction page. But as the credit is not sufficient, a message tells us to add credit to be able to complete the transaction. Let's go back to the first page and add new credit to our account. We're going to add the gold package, which is $140. After clicking add to cart, we can see that it's added to products in cart. Now let's check the next page. Notice the gold package added to our cart. At any time before completing the transaction, anything in the cart can be deleted by pressing the trash can icon beside the item. Now, let's go to the third page to complete our transaction. As we can see, there is now $21 credit applied from a total of $147. This leaves us with $126 credit in this parent account to be used for future class bookings. This information can be seen in the first page as well. Now, let's complete our transaction by adding our credit card details to pay for the gold package. Now let's submit the transaction. An email will be sent to the parent email address configured in his profile. A summary of the transaction will also be displayed after the transaction is complete. Let's go back to the parent profile. As you can see, Aya's weekly calendar shows the newly booked classes. Clicking on any cell in the calendar that has classes will list the teacher picture along with the class start time. Clicking on the teacher profile picture will direct us to the teacher profile page. Notice that the user has $126 user credit as expected. Now, let's try to book classes for Adam. We will book Quran class for him with teacher Rana Ali. We are going to go through the same steps as we did with Aya. This time when you go the complete transaction page, you'll see that we don't need to add credit card details again, and this is because we already have sufficient credit to pay for this lesson. Please check our other tutorials for more information about useful features for group or individual accounts. Thank you for your interest in WaSeala.